How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zodizach, host of the Average Sales Podcast. I'm going to continue a subject that we've been talking about on the podcast, and that's web traffic. Okay, one of the examples that we've been talking about is we've been using the example that web traffic, or that keywords in this particular example today, are like cities. Okay, and so let's take the keyword. We'll dive deeper into this. So what I mean by, I want to explain to you the traffic real estate theory. Okay, so keywords are like real estate, and on the internet we need to treat keywords like real estate, and we need to treat the price of a keyword like real estate. Okay, and so I'm going to kind of break that down for you guys today. Okay, and so for today's first keyword that we're going to look at is coffee. Okay, and coffee exists on the internet like a city. Okay, there are tons of businesses, tons of establishments that fall or that rank for this word coffee. Okay, there are tons of better coffee sellers than you, tons of better coffee subscriptions than you, just bigger players in the coffee industry. They all live in the city of coffee. Okay, I'm gonna give them some cool little triangular roofs here. Okay? This is the city of coffee on the internet. Okay, now if I were to try to contend with other coffee players in the industry, we'll say like Death Wish Coffee or Starbucks Coffee or Folgers Coffee, for example, I am not going to be able to rank as high as them. Okay, people who rank high in Google, who Google indexes high on the first page of Google for coffee, I'm not going to win that battle. That's what I meant by real estate. Okay, how much does it cost to get your name? Right when someone searches coffee, okay, what's going to happen is everybody else is going to come up and not me, right? So here we go. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, here's coffee. Okay, I just Googled coffee right now. I am not going to come up on this page at all. Okay, now if I were to go like this and go average fellas coffee. Okay, here we are, averagefellas.com, Average Fellas Podcast. I am the first result. Okay, so in this world on the internet, under the search term coffee, I'm not going to be found. But if you were to associate my name, Average Fellas, with coffee, I would be the first result. Okay, and so we're going to do that right here. We're going to make this one as Average Fellas Coffee. Okay, and I'm going to give myself this little half oval shape. There I am, right there. Okay, and I'm going to make this over here. This is going to be, excuse me. This is going to be W dot average fella. There we go. Okay, so as we can see here, we have averagefellas.com, and we need to connect Average Fellas with the city of coffee. Okay, how do we do that? Okay, I sell coffee. I rank for Average Fellas Coffee, but I don't rank for coffee. So how do I bridge the gap? The way you bridge the gap is through content. Okay, I can't win any, I can't afford coffee, I can't afford to live in the city of coffee, but I can live on the outskirts of coffee. Average Fellas Coffee, I have enough, to afford that piece of real estate. And I own that area, Average Fellas Coffee. But I need to bridge the gap. And how I bridge the gap is by creating content. And I'm going to put these little circles right here because these are going to represent little pieces of me and how that works. Okay, and just put this little piece right there. Okay, and this right here might be a Facebook post. All right, I'll just put B. This might be a YouTube video, and this might be a tweet. Okay, now what do I mean by these pieces of content? Okay, I don't own coffee. I cannot rank for coffee, but I can create some content and I can include a hashtag, right? I can create a hashtag, and I can definitely put a piece of content up there that has hashtag coffee on it, right? I think I could do that, or hashtag coffee lover, right? That'll definitely rank. Oh no. Okay. And this YouTube video right here, who knows? That could be a review. It could be, we'll say this is a how-to video. This is how to brew coffee. Okay, and then this tweet right here is probably a graphic, an infographic. I think that's how you spell that. All right. Okay, and these pieces of content now connect us. So now we can get from averagefellows.com, right, where I sell coffee. We can associate that with the term Average Fellows Coffee, okay, on Google. And that's what we want, okay? And we want to connect the dots. We want to start to live in these worlds. Somehow we need to start creating web presence. And that's where the content comes into play, okay? The content comes into play and it connects us. It gives, if we can start publishing an infographic about coffee and how coffee's made and how we associate our name with it, right? Then people know that Average Fellows is connected with coffee. And then we'd also even when you start making the videos on like how to brew coffee. I did a bunch of these on YouTube, right? This is now associating my brand, Average Fellas, with how to brew coffee, which ultimately just funneling that association of Average Fellas Coffee. Okay, it's reinforcing the Average Fellas Coffee. And it's the same thing with the coffee lovers, hashtag coffee lovers, hashtag coffee. Okay, bigger players use these hashtags. Okay, we're talking the Folgers, Maxwell, Death Wish, Starbucks. They'll use these hashtags and they will rank, and a piece of content can fall under these sorts of categories. And the cool thing about social media is that an independent person like myself can also get a piece of content that has some sort of virality that can now compete in the world of coffee, right? And that's how it connects us, and it reinforces Average Fellas Coffee, the brand, okay? So this is association. We're trying to collect the traffic, the in-between traffic here, right? Because we don't live in the city of coffee because we can't afford to live in the city of coffee, but we can live in the in-between areas. We can find places to set up shop in between to collect the traffic, right? The pass-through traffic. The hashtag coffee lovers is pass-through traffic, right? Many people are going through that area, and I could put a little piece of content in there and try to get some of that and hopefully bring it back to averagefellas.com where they can purchase some of my coffee, right? I want to bring up a whole nother part 2 to this, okay? This right here, let's go ahead, let's add another keyword. Let's add another keyword to our term. Let's add tea, okay? Gosh, I can never get that right, okay? And T's gonna have some more buildings. And T's gonna have some dome roofs like this. Okay. Now, this is where you can break into an associated market that's not necessarily associated with you. I don't do anything with tea, but the only thing the one thing I can do with tea is I know that coffee and tea are associated in real life, right? But online, how can I organically sort of bridge out into that market? Okay, and this goes back to where the content comes into play. Okay, remember how we talked about the YouTube video? Okay, we talked about YouTube videos. This is another YouTube video right here. Okay, but this one now, okay, is a sips by tea unboxing. Do you see that? Okay. Okay. Now, in this whole entire ethos, we have associated how to brew coffee, sips by tea content, okay, on YouTube, on the same platform. We're creating a web of content that is associating us with bigger terms, bigger key terms like tea and like coffee, right? So that way we can somehow pick up the pass-through traffic here in the sips by tea YouTube traffic area, right? This idea of tea, okay, is where we want to somehow capitalize on the idea of tea, get people to see our content that associates our brand, Average Fellas, with it, okay? I hope this makes sense for you guys. This is all in an effort to explain web traffic, keywords, and how it works, and where can you win the battles, right? Where do you need to focus your attention? Okay, for me, I focus my attention on the content. I focus my attention on trying to win the small stuff, right? Average Fellas Coffee, I know I can win that battle. Average Fellas Southern California Coffee, I can win that battle. Online coffee subscription, Southern California, that might be a hard battle. That might be a battle I need to push for, right? But if I can somehow create content around that area, start creating some web presence, okay, around that area, before you know it, you'll be able to branch out and take that real estate. That's web traffic, okay? Anyways, guys, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. And yeah, let me know what you guys do in the comments. Thank you very much.